Yeah, I met my baby daddy when I was 19 years old. Actually, I just turned 20. I take that back. I just turned 20. I was 20 years old. He was 29, right? When I met him, I just remember. I remember how I used to be so sweet. I used to be so just green. Green light. I used to be green. And I wholeheartedly now at 32 years old, but like he took advantage of that innocent me because y'all, bruh. It is crazy how men will manipulate you, bruh. Take you away from your family. I'm talking about move me to a whole nother state, move me out the country. I ain't have neighbors, I ain't have friends. I spent my whole 20s. Y'all. Out freaking Iota, Louisiana, living in the house, sitting on freaking bricks, right? And I come from money. I come from good people, but I literally settled for the barest of minimum of a man, bruh, who didn't do nothing but cheat on me, have girls in my house, driving my car to see girls. I ain't have nobody. I was out there by myself, y'all. I was out there by myself, just me and my kids. And I started having this man freaking kids. I ask myself all the time, like, how dumb were you, bro? Like, how dumb? So, on top of that, this man in and out of jail. Keep going back to jail. Keep going back to prison, right? I'm josing him. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal. I'm a Capricorn. I'm one of the loyalest people you gonna ever meet, bruh. Like, I'm one of the loyalest people you gonna ever meet. This man go to jail, and I'm telling y'all, bruh, this man never really spent no money on me. Like, this past year, he just got out of prison. That's the most money he ever spent on me. And, I mean, for somebody who you've been with for 13 years, you would think, I mean, you owe me more than that. But long story short, y'all, my baby daddy just went back to jail, bro. He got sentenced to 5 years. He been in there for like 6 months. And I ain't gonna lie, I bought a brand new truck, a 2023 Audi Q8 last year. For Christmas last year, I spent $8,000 on him. You know what I'm saying? On him alone. That's not included with what I spent on my kids. Y'all seen it? I showed y'all. I bought out. I blew through a lot of money last year because, I mean, you know, we was moving fast and, you know, you living like things won't happen to you. He ended up going to prison, right? He get in there, he get insecure, we arguing. You know how dudes get, like, people think, like, you messing with other people when they go to jail, and it's like, bro, what? I just started school. I got back in school, y'all, so I can't work as much. Like, y'all know how nursing school is. And now all these bills is piled on top of me. Like, all these bills is piled on top of me, and I can't handle them all by myself. And we broke up. I don't even know why we broke up, but we just keep arguing because he's insecure. That's just men who go to jail, they're just insecure. And I'm not even talking to anybody, y'all. I'm not. Like, I'm so focused on school and bettering myself, and I'm getting back into God, and I'm in the Word, and I'm just focused. I'm going to church, and y'all, do y'all know? I sent this dude a message on the little jail phone, and I said, look, bruh, a lot of bills done piled up. I have to pay off my credit card bills. I just want to buy me and my kids a house. Why he hasn't bought me and my kids a house, and I've been with him for 13 years, I don't know. That blows me as well. Because he can buy his house. He has the money, right? But I was just telling him, like, man, all these bills are just piled up, bro. Like, I'm in nursing school. I can't do this. Like, I'm like drowning. I'm really like keeping my head above water. This man, this loser, I can't even call him a man, bro. This dude gonna message me back talking about, you not my responsibility. responsibility anymore. I only take care of what's mine. I tried, and you can't respect me and love me the way that I want to be loved. So I had to force myself to love myself. 13 years. You give somebody your whole 20s, bruh. You had that babies, you sacrificed all your dreams and everything, right? And regardless of how you feel about the mother of your children, like, I feel like that's always supposed to be your responsibility, because when the mother of your children is drowning, bruh, that's a reflection of you. Flat out. Especially when she didn't literally been with you half her life. To break up with her, leave her stuck with a whole bunch of bills. Like, Christmas was 7 months ago. Like, you literally went to jail 2 weeks after Christmas. I just spent $8,000 on you on Christmas, bro. Like, and you tell me I'm not your responsibility no more. Because I'm not your girlfriend. I would never in my life, I promise, I would never in my life give another man that much of me. Like, God is the only thing I'm giving my time and energy to. Like, you cannot trust a man, bro. These men are horrible. Horrible. And I don't even hate men. I know it's really good men out here, but they already got somebody. It seems like all the good men are already taken. But I promise you, bro, like, I'm so sorry, because that's sick. That's sick, bro. Like, how men do the mother of their children for no reason. For no reason. For no reason. He didn't catch me in the house, in the bed with no man. He ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't catch me cheating. He ain't catch me doing nothing. It just, that man goes to jail and he like abandons his whole family. He don't call. He don't check on us. It's like he go to jail and he gets in a prison mentality. It's the sickest thing I ever seen. But it's like the real life is going on out here. Like, the earth don't stop because you go to jail. So if you're young and you watching this, stay away from a street nigga. Stay away from them niggas in the streets who spend 95% of their time in the streets, because it's like, okay, you spend all this time in the streets, you got all this money, and you can't help the mother of your kids, bruh. I hate men. I hate them. 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 This is sick. Like, I'm just, and I'm so mad because my makeup was so cute and I just cried it off. And I just was sitting here thinking, like, bruh, I know when I hit rock bottom, it's God trying to reset me and restart me, and I'm not going back to him. He's dead to me. Like, to see the mother of your children crying out for your help and you tell her you not my responsibility is crazy. Especially when she literally gave you half her fucking life. I hate men. That is all.
This man knows what to say to you to get you back. And that's why you've been with him for 13 years. And I'm not going to blame you for why you've been with him, because we know how men can manipulate their words, especially men who know how to get inside your mind. If he has been with you that long, you constantly think about your kids, you constantly think about them before you even leave the situation. Leaving that situation when kids are involved is very, very difficult. You will never leave him. Okay, he will give you another one and another one and another one, and you will stand by him because of the children. You want to make it work for the children. You will lament in your problems. You'll always find yourself in his circle, because who's gonna love you with those kids? If you have 3 plus 4, 5 kids with him, who's gonna love you? There's a constant thinking of self-esteem and yourself, constantly putting yourself, you're going through a mental challenge now because of the things that he has done to you to keep you where you are. I mean, have we seen what happened to Cardi B? And she's not gonna leave that man. Just like you will not leave with that man for the same reason that kids are involved. And for everything that you're tied to him, you feel like he's the only one capable. You will settle for the bare minimum. He knows how to treat you, and he knows that you'll always come back to him. He knows that he can do whatever and anything else, and you can get away with it. And you will come back. You would even apologize for his own behavior because you cannot see your life without him, because you feel like a lot of things cannot happen for you. You cannot achieve anything without him. You have to constantly work on yourself and get yourself out of this God thingy. Focus on yourself. Yourself. Heal that inner person in you that deserve all the love that you've been neglecting yourself. It has nothing to go with God. And I feel like people, whenever they go through the worst, they go to God and those stuff like that. Yourself is being neglected here. Yourself needs some attention. You need to work on yourself. You need to find ways to make yourself feel better about yourself. You need to find yourself to be a better mom for your children. Otherwise, your children are going to be in the circle that they're being dragged in between you and your baby daddy, who's been with you for 13 years, who literally 13 years of your life, seeing nothing to commit yourself with. And you having to set, I mean, him cheating was the last straw that you could have took for him. I've been with a man even when I was younger. I was younger when I was with him. I believe that I was 12 years old. I was literally just after my dad died. I've talked about this multiple times, and we've been together. People know us that we were together for 18, that I was with him since 18 years, but that's what I said. I would tell people that so that they wouldn't ask questions of, okay, you've been with him literally that long and you were a child? Like, I didn't want to get into that conversation, but I left him when I was 22. And I was dedicated into leaving him. And I had an implant as well that I don't want to have a child by him. I don't want, because I knew there was just this knowing of things are just not going to work out if I get involved with him and start having babies with him. I'm not going to leave. I'm literally not going to leave because how do I live with a child? How do I live with children? How do I find my life? How do I function? So living with a baby is going to be difficult. Living with babies is difficult. Having to support yourself and having to support children and having to nurture yourself and having to rebuild your life again, it's difficult. It's not easy. Regardless of how much you love your child, I guarantee you having to live life and having to to cater to your child, yourself, and everything in between, expenses, life, and you'll never really become the parent that you can be because you're not even getting help. No one is helping you. No one is helping you advance. So I was like, I can't do this. I will never give him a child. I'll never really give him a child. So I was with him for from the time I was literally a young girl, and then people never knew. That's another thing because we were close family members. We come from a political background as well, so people never really knew that we were together. He was smart in that, so they knew him as a sweet guy and very respectful. And he also had a girlfriend, which is another thing. It was like he would bring this woman around us, and they knew. Everybody just knew. They thought they were gonna marry her. Like everyone would say, "Oh my God, I want my son to be." If only they knew what type of a man he was, they'd be like, "I want my son to be like this." Him, he's amazing. He's respectful. He does everything his mom tells him. Like he's very sweet and understanding. But he was a demon. He was literally a demon. He had a dark heart, and you wouldn't know until you get to be in his space that he's literally just an evil man. So me leaving took a lot of determination and a lot of planning and a lot of me willpower to just look back and be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. And being out, don't be like I'm done and you go back to him. That's the worst thing that you can do to yourself. Don't do that. Don't go to him back. Just continue working on your nursing, working on yourself. And I hope you leave him for your sake because you might as well drop out of nursing school and do other things. And I hope for the best, you know, for you. I send you healing energy wherever you are. I hope you're at a better space now, because it's been a while since I saw you in this video. So I hope you get better in time. And as for my story as well, I know I'm speaking back and forth, but as for my story, I've already told it before. I might edit as well, maybe somewhere. I hope so. But I have edited before. I've talked a lot about it multiple times on my channel, and some of you I post a lot, so you probably wouldn't have seen it, but I have talked about it. So I ended up, like I said, I ended up leaving him, and I ended up building a life outside of him. And then I never really, because I had an implant, even to date I just renew it every 2 years, so I never really want to have kids. To date I still have a problem with issues. Children, I love children, don't get me wrong, I'm just love children when they, I love other people's kids, just not my kid that I just have to be pregnant. And I cannot, you know, I love children from other people because they get to go to their parents, you know, go back to your mom or your dad. I get to have my space back. So I don't want to, there's a lot of, there's so much that demands of you of a parent. And we don't realize this until it's very late, that neglecting our children and not paying attention, the environment that they grow in, the parenting, how the fightings, it's just not good to be raising a black child in, you know. So children end up repeating the mistakes of their parents. So